الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد. نعم يا أخوان, we have to live by example. We have to display the good manners of Islam, not just in the masjid, we're all nice and kind, in our neighborhood. The Muslim, especially we live amongst the non-Muslims, he should stand out with his good manners, forgiveness, patience, generosity, and the like. In your neighborhood, they will say, yeah, that Muslim over there is a good person. In your job, when they talk about truthfulness, say, well, the Muslim guy. When they talk about generosity, yeah, that brother, man, we can beat him on that one. We can even get close. That's what Islam, that's what's going to change the people, ya akhwan. Whenever we may be in our neighborhood, amongst our family members, while we're shopping, while we're studying for those who may still go into school, while we're driving, we should apply the deen of Allah. And especially in these days and these times, where the media, they're talking bad about Islam and the Muslims. And they are not to take the whole blame 100%. Yes, there is bad Muslims amongst us. There is a wicked Muslims amongst us. But it is our job to try to defend Islam, ya akhwan. To change this bad image that some Muslims, that they do, and then the enemies of Islam, they take it and add to it. And then they spread it all over because of the way of technology these days. Try to make the difference. But be sincere. It should come from your hearts. Not just talk. You have to be concerned, ya akhwan. But where do we start? We start with our family members. But we have to benefit first. If we don't have something, we're not going to give it. If we didn't benefit from Islam yet, we didn't change, we just changed our names. And we just changed the way we look. But we never changed the way we talk, the way we do things, and the way we behave. Then we're going to go, you continue to talk to your grandmother and tell her, listen, grandma, Islam is good for you. She's going to say, man, if it's good for me, why isn't it working for you? I've been watching your son since you became a Muslim 10 years ago. Let me tell you, man, you were married 6 times. 4 of those wives took you to the court, and you've been in jail 7 times. I have to bill you out more than 2 times. Are you telling me that stuff is good for me? How is it good for me? I don't want to go to jail. It's us, ya akhwan. We represent Islam in the wrong way. Some of us. May Allah have mercy on us. But we have to be serious, ya akhwan. You love your mother. You love your grandmother. She worked so hard. You love your pa. Man, what you going to do about it? What you going to do about it? You know if they die upon Islam, upon kufr and shirk, they go to the hellfire. Are you doing something about it? As the Shaykh Falah Hafidahullah says, how would you go home and fall asleep and enjoy that mattress, knowing that if your mother, man, died on kufr and shirk, she's in a hellfire? How could you go sleep? How would you taste your dinner or your lunch or your breakfast and enjoy it, knowing if your mother or grandmother or father or brother or sister or a cousin, if they die upon shirk, they go in the hellfire? Let me give an example. Now you listen to this talk, alhamdulillah, this is good. Now you go and you're driving back home or work, you pass by your grandma's house and it's set in a fire. What would you do? You keep going and say, I don't care. Or would you call 911 and stop and try to go around the house? You see if there is any window open, any door, and you call and shouting, mother, grandmother, are you there? Are you alive? Help! Somebody help in here. That's what would you do, right? What about the hellfire, ya akhwan? The Shaykh says, you shouldn't feel arrest. As long as one person from a long list of your family member is still on kufr, how would you go to sleep knowing that your mother, your grandmother, your family members, they still upon kufr and disbelief, and you ain't doing nothing about it? Islam is not just practicing a masjid, man. Islam is not just displayed on Jumu'ah day. We have to take Islam out the masjid. in our homes, in our neighborhoods, in our cars, in the gas stations, in the train stations. Why are you waiting for the subway? Why are you waiting in a train station, in an airport, whenever you may be, in a hospital? You display Islam, you take it out there. Let me conclude by a story, a true story that happened last week. And I was a part of that, alhamdulillah. As the Sheikh Falah gave us examples, alhamdulillah, I was in Texas, Dallas, Texas last weekend. For a da'wah, alhamdulillah, for lectures and the like, may Allah accept from us. The brothers, they say, Abu Muhammad, would you give a talk and a lecture for non-Muslims on Saturday between 2 and 3 p.m.? He says, no problems. I says, but we want to do it outside, not inside. Try to do it on a parking lot. They says, no problems. So I told them, listen, ya Ikhwan, you got to be serious about this. Invite your family members. Try to tell them, okay, it's good for you. Find any way to bring them here. And wherever you know. I came there like half an hour before, we were no Muslims. But this is like, the parking lot is by a busy streets. Non-Muslims, I said, Ikhwan, what do you do? Go talk to the non-Muslims. Since you didn't bring nobody with you. Like they shy and, you can't be shy with this, Ikhwan. Invite the people to Islam. Just put the word out there. You don't know. Allah will take care of the rest. We just have to start somewhere. We're waiting 2:20. I said, no Muslim said, nobody. You sit down. Maybe you may benefit from this talk. So as I'm talking to them with speakers, finally Allah sent one person named Bruce, African American brother, 33 years old. And he has a dog with him, pit bull, white, with some red spots. As he walking on the sidewalk and he listened to my talk, he stops on the sidewalk. And he's listening. When I saw him stopping and I'm looking at him, I changed the way I was talking and I was talking to him. Make him think like I'm talking to you, man. I'm talking about the problems in the streets and gangs and drugs and this and what Islam can do for you. I'm telling him, man, there is another side, man. There is another life. Not always this life of fighting and drugs and chaos and looking over the shoulders, man. They're going to get me here. They're going to get me over there. I can't go over there because I cause a lot of trouble over there. There is a safety in Islam. Now he came. After a couple minutes, he came and sat on the